Hello there folks, and welcome to Bullets for Bucks. My name's Steven Bresnaugh, and today we're going to be comparing the Fierce CT Rival versus the Howa 1500 Carbon Elevate, or the Howa Carbon Elevate. The Fierce CT Rival features a limb saver recoil pad, a hand-laid carbon fiber stock with a flush cup for your QD sling right here, about a 90-degree very fat palm swell right here, which is excellent, feels great. And all metal, bottom metal with a floor plate design. A Bixen Andy trigger that's adjustable, I believe down to 2.5 pounds. Very crisp and clean first stage trigger. Skeletonized bolt handle with a tactical bolt knob. 2-position safety. In safe, it does not lock the bolt in place. This one features a titanium receiver, but you can get it in different versions that feature a stainless steel receiver. You can see the bolt is spiral fluted, has 2 locking lugs, plunger ejector, 2 plunger ejectors, and a Seiko style extractor. It has a side push button bolt release on the receiver. And the bedding for the receiver is just carbon fiber. There's no pillar bedding, there's no spot bedding whatsoever. You have a very nice high quality carbon fiber wrapped barrel that's 24 inches long, threaded 5/8 by 24, and I do have a suppressor on here, but it does come with a nice Cerakoted radial muzzle brake. Coming back down to the forend of the stock, fits nice in the hand. It's a little bit beefier than, like, say, a Tikka T3X or something like that, but it's not overly beefy. Has a built-in Picatinny rail, so that's great for attaching a bipod, and another flush cup for putting your sling in place. Overall, this rifle in 300 PRC weighs about 6.5-ish pounds, and in short action, it can get down to about 5.8 pounds. And the action in this is very, very smooth, like glass, like butter. Shoots about 1 MOA on a bad day, about half MOA on a good day. Now let's take a look at the Howa Carbon Elevate. This stock, the recoil pad on this is a limb saver as well, but it's not the thicker version. It's a very thin profile version, not quite as nice in my opinion as the Fierce. Hand-laid carbon fiber stock, I believe it's made by Stockies, I think in Florida. Has a sling swivel stud here at the bottom. Nice palm swell. It's not as strong an angle as the Fierce. It's a slighter angle. No traditional style stock. Not is raised here for your cheek either. Has an all metal bottom metal. It's not Cerakoted though on this one. Push on the front of the trigger guard opens up that bottom metal. Very nice. This comes in mini action, short action, and long action, by the way. Has a 90-degree bolt throw. The action definitely does not run as smooth out of the box, but it smooths up with time. Has a push button tab, not quite as nice on the left side. 2 lugs, 3 ports in case of a case head failure, a Seiko style extractor, and a plunger ejector. 3-position safety on the trigger. All the way to the rear, locks the bolt in place. 1 forward allows you to remove the bolt without it being able to fire. All the way forward, you can fire it. This comes with a 2-stage hacked trigger. It comes from anywhere from like 2.5 to 4.5 pounds from the factory. And there's no easy way to adjust it. The receiver on this is not titanium, but it has an integral recoil lug, which is very nice to see, whereas that recoil lug it's a 700 style footprint, and the recoil lug is sandwiched between the barrel and the receiver. This has a AccuBlock bedding system in it, so I like the bedding on this a little bit more. The barrel, however, is not free floated. It is touching the barrel channel, but it does feature a carbon fiber wrapped barrel that's also 24 inches in length, and it's threaded 5/8 by 24. It does not come with a muzzle brake, and it has a front sling swivel stud. It's got a slimmer profile forend. It's easy to hold in the hand though. One thing to note is this version without it is like a gel coat, so it's a little bit slipperier, but you can get it with different paint jobs on it that make it a bit more grippy. This is not a Cerakoted receiver either, and the Fierce is. One thing I do like about these though is that they have a toolless way of removing the firing pin, unlike other brands out there. Makes it really easy to service that or inspect it. And this gun did shoot extremely well. Elevate comes in at roughly, I believe, about 6.8 to 6.5 pounds. It can get lighter than that, but it depends on if you pick the mini action, the long action, or the short action. All right, let's head to the range and see how these performed. Okay, now that second shot was right next to that first, so if we can layer a third. There we go. Let's try that little gong there. Beautiful, easy shooting there. Well, I'll be damned. I felt good on that one, I could feel it. Now we're going to shoot some Hornady ELDX 143 grain ammunition. As you can see, it's shooting very low right, but that's just because I'm switching up ammunitions, and this barrel and this rifle isn't really settled in, plus I quickly zeroed it. Mainly just interested in seeing what group size I get out of this. Ooh, that's way low, right? So it's changing its point of impact just as the barrel's breaking in, as well as I keep switching ammunition. So the groups up to the upper side are 140 grain American Gunner. The lower group on the left is 147 grain ELDX, or ELDM, excuse me, and the right lower is ELDX 143 grain. And we used a very small sampling in ammunition, and ammunition plays a huge role in the accuracy of rifle. So given the sampling size, I can't definitively say actually one is more accurate than the other. They're both plenty accurate. They're both excellent rifles. Now I'll go over some of my opinions. I like the aesthetics, the fit, feel, and finish of the Fierce far more than the Howa. It looks better, feels better in the hand in my opinion. Has flush cups for those QD slings, front-mounted Picatinny rail, softer recoil pad, and overall just feels better, and the trigger's adjustable more easily than the Howa. The Howa, on the other hand, shot fantastic, has a safety that locks the bolt in place, and I like the bedding system and the receiver a little bit better in its mechanical design from the Fierce. But both are fantastic rifles and would work fantastic for backcountry hunting. Thanks for watching Bullets for Bucks. Check out this next video and subscribe.